Yo, what up guys, it's Z. Comparison is the thief of joy, and jealousy steals focus. Everything is perspective, and all progress is relative to your stories, not theirs. In this video, I just lightly want to touch on this topic, on how damaging comparing yourself to others can be, and what it can do to you. You have to remember that we are all individuals, with our own lives, our own path, our own journey. Each one of us are unique, none ever the same. So don't ever try to sell yourself short. We all have something unique about us that makes us special. Comparison is a thief of joy. I've made this mistake before, and I'm sure all of us have, whether that be small, like really minor, to even bigger things that are more noticeable. Even if it's just subconsciously, I think it's human nature to compare and contrast things. It's only logical to do so. So dealing with those feelings and ideas, learning how to navigate it, is totally different. I personally try not to compare myself, and I think I do a pretty good job naturally, just because I've always been this type of way where I'm too focused on my own life, and I think that's how most people should be. I don't really understand how you can be worried about somebody else's progress while you exist. You have to eat, you have to poop, you have to work, you have to sleep, you have to strive for your ambitions, you have to dream, you have to play games, you have to talk to people, you have to date. There's like literally too many things to be comparing yourself to others. You just have to do the best you can. But I mean, if we were to break it down, I know in the adult life, more and more I see people flex their status, their job, their occupation, what kind of car they drive, what kind of clothes they wear, their house. It's even gotten so bad that they even compare their kids, how smart they are, or what schools they go to. And the kids suffer in part of that. And even on a smaller scale, their followers, their subscribers, and their likes, how many likes they have. Again, you're not a bad person for comparing yourself. It's like logistical. I think it's natural for us as human beings just to compare to see, you know, if this TV is better than this TV, if it's a lower price, which one's a better deal. Like, it's only natural, it's instinctual. But I'm just here to say there are negatives, and it's important to regulate how you think and how you treat your own brain and how you talk to yourself. This is self-care. Okay, a quick little tidbit about me. I've always been into art ever since I was a little kid. I had an art account on Instagram maybe around 2013? So a long while back. But I remember seeing artists all the time, and even to this day, that were incredible. Like, they were absolutely amazing. And I'm sure you've seen these pieces of work too, like just design, game design, artists, conceptual artists, just any posters going around, you're just like, wow, how did they even design this? Even comic book covers, they look amazing. And I wasn't jealous per se, right? I was more discouraged. It made me feel bad about myself, about my own skill. Because I was a 12-year-old kid and I saw these amazing artists, but let me tell you, these people just keep getting better, and there's going to be more and more people who are just as good. And I truly think even the best of the best artists, with hundreds of thousands of followers, who's in museums, they are constantly getting inspired and being shocked by other artists' work. For sure, I would bet everything on it. And what I was getting at basically was, there's always someone who's going to be better than you. I'm not saying don't try, but there's always someone who's the best at something. There's always someone who's just a little bit better. And if you are the best, then congratulations, you are the 0.0001%, and that's actually really amazing. But that doesn't mean you can't learn from somebody either. I think to be alive is to learn, is to ever evolve and to grow. And once you stop, you cease to exist. Whether it's art, or if you can chug a Coke in 0.5 seconds, there's going to be someone who can chug it in 0.3 seconds. If you're a really good swimmer, there's going to be a Michael Phelps. If you're the best Smash player in your friend group, there's someone who's studying frames and going to tourneys. Same with fighting games. And art, like we just said. I am constantly seeing art that is incredibly inspiring, and constantly seeing art that looks surreal. Like, I'm not sure how I can even recreate that on my iPad on Procreate. Some of these graphic designers are amazing. The point is, there's always something or someone to compare yourself to. Your quest to be the greatest is better left abandoned for peace of mind and happiness for yourself and your craft. So try not to pay attention to the outside noise. Focus on what's really important. You have to realize it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing, where they're at. The only thing that you should focus on is yourself. Even for me right now, with content creation and art, having subs, views, should not be an indication of your success. And I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's gonna be hard, but you just have to trust the process. Everyone is going at their own pace. How comparison will slowly destroy you. The true negative sides, the hidden cost. There's an important aspect I wanted to introduce, is being happy for your friends. And this is something I think is extremely important to remember. And I see this all the time in group dynamics and friend groups. People building and feeling resentment or bitterness towards someone they would call a friend. And that's just not right. And honestly, if it gets to that point and you notice those red flags, it might be time to reevaluate your friendship and this person's place in your life. But there's this quote I remember reading, I'm not sure, somewhere on the internet. Quote, "They're happy for you until you are doing better than them." I try to stay away from these types of people and surround myself with people who are like-minded, try to cultivate a more uplifting and supportive friend group. But I know and have experienced this happening, and I'm sure you guys have too. The good news you might want to share, the new job, the new promotion, the new idea, the new whatever, right? Might not be good news to everyone. Just keep that in mind. Another reason comparison is detrimental to your life is it will make you forget the whole reason you were even creating or working on your craft in general in the first place. Your focus is no longer in your work, you have no more flow. Instead, you're worried about other people. Your focus and attention is all spread out, and comparison kills that. You should focus on yourself, where you're at, and how you can get better. And instead of feeling jealousy and comparing yourself to other people, instead, you can look at them and find inspiration and learn from them. Instead of being envious, feeling like, I deserve this, or he shouldn't deserve that, or I'm better than him, you should just be willing to learn from people who are already great and you can admire, because those are the people who reach greatness, the ones who can take criticism, the ones who can learn, the ones who can take inspiration instead of having it a threat to their own ego. Someone who can learn from others and take that and make something great of their own, instead of wasting their energy comparing themselves to the person next to them, comparing themselves to someone else. Sometimes it just takes a little perspective change. Everything is a matter of perspective. For example, you could be bummed out about where you are in life, but someone else could be looking at your life thinking the same exact thing, wishing they were in your shoes, while you're busy looking at someone else's life and not appreciating and working on your own. You should just focus on your own path and goals without worrying about where everyone else is. Trying to outshine others will only dim your own light. This was just a quick little rant I wanted to get in the video. Just a bunch of jumbled ideas. So I hope that maybe you can take something away from this video and apply it into your own life. Just remember to always be genuine in everything that you do. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.